aka BBW. I'm your host E, aka Eric Tomlinson. And today I have a very, very, very special guest on the Bros Beer and Whiskey show. The Whiskey Introvert, aka Miss Brandy.
Hey.
Now she acting prissy. Hey. Right,
Yeah.
You can't be whiskey and be prissy.
That ain't how she walked in this one.
Don't forget the introvert part. That's what
That's what it is. All right. So, I wanted to have you on the show, man, because I follow you on your Instagram, man. Your Instagram is very, very, very interesting and entertaining.
Thank you.
You are a whiskey connoisseur.
Yes, curator, connoisseur.
So, how did you get into the whiskey game?
Well, actually, so my whiskey handle on IG, the Whiskey Introvert, I try to pull a lot of traffic to my blog, which is also the whiskeyintrovert.com. So I explain a lot there. It's a lot more, I guess, transparent. I'm not a stranger to alcohol. I've been drinking lightly since I was probably late high school, but through college, I got introduced to it.
I think I might have met you over a drink too one day.
Right. And so, I found myself, I wasn't really a tequila drinker, and I definitely didn't really enjoy white spirits. And so I kind of went off brown.
So you was racist? You discriminating on your spirits?
Well, I don't know. It was just like, it's hard to drink vodka straight. Like, when you drink vodka, you have to have, juices. You have to have a lot of stuff to mix with. So then it comes to the point of, like, why are you really drinking it?
Right. You got to mix it, right?
You got to mix it. You're not really enjoying the beverage. And so...
It's too sweet.
Flavor vodkas anyway.
Yeah.
So, and to me, it kind of even resembles rubbing alcohol. So, I guess I had been on Jack for a minute.
Number 7?
Huh?
Number 7 Jack?
The original, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Black label.
Woo!
So,
Woo! You a G.
Clap I wish you had the clap button.
We can do that. We can do that.
that basically, maybe a few years ago, I started to get a lot more serious just about exploring new brands of whiskey. I got more interested in the actual process of how it was made, what made the difference between bourbons and whiskeys, and you have rye, and so that was just a whole exploration for me. And like I said, I think...
Let me cut you out right there. Stop right there. So we need to know the difference between bourbon and whiskey, because we had an argument. We didn't have an argument. We were trying to figure it out. What's the difference?
So all bourbons are whiskeys, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
How does that work?
So bourbon is more about how it's distilled. It's the distillery process.
Okay.
So bourbon, I like to say it's more closer to cognacs. Most bourbons have more of a sweeter taste, and they do, and they're more popular for that reason. And so bourbons, usually their distillery process, the way that they're barreled, they're barreled in, they're charred, and the barrels have been aged for a certain amount of time.
Right, okay.
And so just depending on if they used a malt grain, if they've used a barley grain, if they've used a rye grain, you can have a lot of different types of bourbons. Like you have Weller's, for example. Where's that? This isn't the original one, which is the one I actually wanted to bring on tonight. It's called Weller's 107 Antique. These are original wheat blended bourbons. And
sounds like heavy stuff.
You can say that.
Shape, the bottle shape too.
But basically, that's what's going to be the key difference. Whiskey, it's just interesting because a lot of people you can spell, depending on where you're from, people put the E in it. That's more Americanized. When people drop the E, that's more when you get to like Ireland and Scottish.
I never knew that.
It's like tomato.
Yeah.
So it's like a U.S. thing for them to put the E into the whiskey. It's
okay.
Usually when you go international that they spell whiskey without an E.
All right.
But that's like the shortened answer of what's the difference between a bourbon and a whiskey. So a bourbon is a whiskey, but a whiskey isn't necessarily a bourbon. Bourbons just mean how it was actually created.
Okay,
it's the distillery process.
All right, we came up with our own theory. We thought that bourbons were made in Kentucky and whiskeys are made in Tennessee.
Now that is true, and I was going to get to that. You have what you call Tennessee whiskeys. You have Kentucky
Right.
whiskeys. So, and they have their own. I believe it's called in Tennessee. It's called the Lincoln County process. That's basically how Jack Daniels was established, and
Okay.
that's also an interesting story. Bringing it to Uncle Nearest.
Right.
But in order for it to be classified a Tennessee whiskey, it has to have the Lincoln County process. And I think that's just basically, it's like science. It's like a certain amount of years that is aged and barreled for it to be classified typecast Tennessee whiskey. Okay. Kentucky, I'm not 100% on what makes it exactly Kentucky whiskey.
All right.
But that's the difference.
All right. I know Kentucky, they got I always think about Kentucky because the bourbon trail and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And Preakness. Not Preakness, but Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And because I think they make like their own drink or whatever.
Yeah, it's the
I can't remember the name of it though.
It's the with the mint leaves or the mint julep.
Okay.
Mint julep.
So, all right, if you were on an island and the island was called Whiskey Island, and you only had 3 whiskeys you can drink, but it's unlimited whiskey, but you can only take 3 with you, what would they be?
Hands down, Stag.
Ooh, Stag, that's an OG whiskey. Stag.
And I'm gonna put the Junior in there, the Stag Junior, because there is 2 different ones. You have the Stag, and then you have the Stag Junior.
I feel like that comes with a 6-shooter.
I guess next.
Shout out to our audience members in the back. That was all. Got a whole production up here. We got audience members.
After Stag, I gotta bring my boy Jack. I got to.
OG Jack.
Yeah, OG Jack. And
now, would it be number 7 or would it be Gentleman's or Single Barrel?
It would definitely be the original Black Label.
Gee.
Yeah.
It's gangster.
And then
My pops, I love you. He still drinks Jack to this day.
I mean, it's a classic. And shoot, I don't know. The third one, it could be a wild card. As long as I got the Jack and I got the Stag, I'd be good.
So what if I throw in like my go-to would probably be when in doubt, like I'll drink Gentleman's Jack. Smooth.
Yeah.
It's light. You know what I'm saying? You can drink on a summer day.
Yeah.
I got put on to a cool drink this past weekend. Whiskey and lemonade. First I thought it would be terrible, but it's actually refreshing.
Yeah.
I got whiskey and lemonade all week. I got shout out to my man Vinny down in Orlando.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty refreshing.
All right, so here we go. What is one of your most memorable drunk stories?
Oh no! I can't tell y'all that.
Well, not the X-rated version, but
it ain't even that juicy. But it's something. It was just.
Oh, it was a bad one?
It was hella embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, the bad one. I know we all got them. If you're gonna partake in this game, you're gonna have some bad ones, man. It's gonna happen,
man.
Especially early on.
And you know what? I'm trying to think. Was I even on whiskey? Because I mean, I can't blame whiskey for something that tequila made me do.
Oh, tequila. Woo.
Yeah, but let's skip that when we come back to it later.
All right, so let's get to the favorite part of the show, man. The tasting.
All right.
It's the best part. All right, so what we got here? What we tasting?
So what we have this evening, we have ourselves, and I try to be a little eclectic, or I guess diverse.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to definitely bring an Irish whiskey, mainly because, you know, when I meet people or people hit me my DM and they ask me questions, you know, a lot of people swear by Jameson. I ain't got nothing against Jameson, but I know a lot of people rock with Jameson. And I particularly, you know, it's cool, but I just thought it'd be cool to introduce people to another Irish whiskey. Like I said, that's just as established, if not more, than Jameson. It comes from Ireland. Like I said, I think it's the second highest. That's what it is. It's the highest sold the second highest sold whiskey in the world or the United States. I should know the difference if I'm gonna say it, but so yeah, so that's the Tullamore D.E.W.
Hey, we don't fact check it. It's all good. You said it. It works. You good.
It goes.
Just gotta be confident about it. It works.
Right, exactly. Second, I brought one of my home favorites. I always keep a bottle. Is the Larceny, and this is a Kentucky whiskey. There's a lot of things I can say about it, but the main thing is it's just smooth as hell. It's a staple. You know, I don't know, some people give it mixed reviews. I mean, it is, some could consider it high proof. It's 92 proof. Whew. But for it to be 92 proof, it don't hit like that. You know, it don't have that hard burn on the back of your throat. Like I said, it's a pretty smooth whiskey.
Alright, what else we got here?
And then, lastly but not least, we have Weller. This is their special reserve. I think I was saying this off air, but they have an original antique 107 proof Weller that I'm more familiar with. But this one also is a wheated bourbon. This one is 90 proof. One of the main differences in this classification than other whiskeys is that it's 100% wheat distilled. So some people think it's a little bitter, but again, something different for people when you go into the store, you see it, just try it.
Alright, so let's start it off. What we got first? What we start with?
Let's start with this Tullamore.
Alright, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Alright, ladies first.
Shake it up.
Woo!
Alright, that's about an ounce. Y'all gonna join the taste
And
test?
fellas, we
Nah. Yeah, I'm straight. Yeah.
not yeah. Come on, man.
I'm good. Y'all do your thing.
It's a terrible audience right here, man.
Watch out. I want to see how this black on black crime. That's 3 shots. Yeah. This is a capful. Yeah. This is about an ounce. Yeah.
This is a calm ounce.
Okay.
Alright, so you know.
I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, okay.
I mean, most people, it's not just for...
Yeah, why do people do it?
Well, I wrote a whole piece on my blog, and it's not to look bougie. You know, it's really it's to prepare your palate. So when people do that, you want to try to get as many notes of what you feel like it smells like. If it's fruity, if it got, a nutty smell to it, you nose it.
Whew.
And so that kind of prepares you for when it hits your palate.
I'm prepared.
All right. Say no more.
All right. BBW, hope we got hit the ground.
Cheers.
Toes up. Cheers. I know. Woo! I feel like Conor McGregor.
That's pretty
See
good.
a little bite to it?
Got a little bite, man.
No bite.
It's pretty smooth, though.
I'm going to say this.
Got a little bite.
To me, it's way smoother than Jameson.
It actually is. It don't got it. It's gonna. Nah. Nah,
Y'all can't participate if y'all ain't gonna actually taste
you gotta
it.
taste
though.
it, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got covered everything.
When she said it was smoother than James.
Boom, that's my
Yeah, give me the
It
cap.
is.
Give me the cap.
Give me the cat.
BBW.
Shout out to you. Come on, BBW. Yeah, let's go.
Not Jameson.
All right.
It is smooth.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're right.
We never got that before.
Never
That's
got it.
good.
Tullamore, yeah.
That's it.
So guess what? That's why we want to introduce
That's
you to
good.
new stuff.
It is good. It is good.
Exactly.
Hold on to your cup. You might get
Hold
some
on to your cup. You might find something
I'm
else.
on fire.
Ain't nothing better than Jameson.
All right, so we rank our whiskeys.
Okay.
All right, so we rank them by, and the high rate is 5. So we do 1 whiskey, 2 whiskey, 3 like that.
Okay.
So if it gets 5 whiskeys, it's BBW certified.
Okay.
So if you was to rate this one right here, what would you rate it?
Me?
Yeah, out of 5.
About 3.
3?
Yeah.
All right, 3.
Strong
Okay.
3.
Strong 3, all right. It take a lot to get a 5, man. You gotta be mean to get a 5.
Okay.
All right.
Mean in a good way or a bad way?
Same difference. But now if it's bad, then we don't even alright, so we tried this beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was so bad we didn't even rank it, we just threw it away. it was trash. It was I don't know, it was like sriracha beer. It was horrible. It tastes like soy sauce with Tabasco. It was bad. Yeah, it was horrible.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, no. All right, so we're gonna go Larceny next.
We're gonna save Larceny for last.
Oh, okay. So say Larceny.
Alright, so very excited to crack this one open for y'all. The Weller.
Alright, what kind of whiskey is that?
This is 100% wheated bourbon.
Alright.
Special reserve, 90 proof. It's also a Kentucky whiskey.
Alright. So we got this is Weller's, and you guys will have all the names of the whiskeys at the bottom, so you guys can go ahead and taste it for yourself.
Big cap.
Alright. So our audience members want to
Cap.
Yeah, that's nice.
Come on, I ain't no fuck nigga.
Alright, there we go. We got to do that. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Woo! Okay. Alright, let's go.
Sweet.
So that shit.
You want to smell first? Nose it?
Alright.
Ooh, yeah. It's got some caramel
This is
notes.
kind of sweet. It smells sweet.
It smells really sweet. That's the wheat.
Yeah,
Alright.
Get my palate right.
one last one there.
Woo!
Lord.
But like Ric Flair, baby.
It's Lord.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
That was legit.
Yeah.
That was legit.
I can do this.
Anybody need water?
We're gonna need water after this last one. Alright.
That was my last one.
So how would you rate this one?
You know what? That aftertaste is a little bitter,
Yeah, it is.
so might have to. I still give it like a.
Strong 3.
You know, I still might give it like a 3.2.
3 1. We gotta go half. 3.5. 3.5. Or straight 3.
Nah, I'll give it a straight 3 then.
Straight 3.
Yeah.
We're going straight 3. Woo!
What you-
I would that aftertaste got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aftertaste got me. It was cool in the front, yeah.
The front was real cool.
Yeah, the front was real cool. Yeah, but that aftertaste got me. It was like a white woman when you first meet her and you get with her, and then when you find out she do you like Tiger Woods. That taste was Tiger Woods' wife. It was bad.
Cut that part out. Wait till you cut that part.
we might edit it. Who knows? We might keep it. But no, I give it a solid 3 though, man. So we're going with the Larceny. This almost made me want to fight somebody.
Alright, so on to the Larceny.
Like I've had Larceny, but I haven't had it in a long time, so I forgot how it tastes.
She bought herself some healthy portions.
Hey, look, you don't get the name Whiskey Introvert for nothing.
Maybe we'll get that story out of her.
I thought
That's the upside. That's the upside to everything.
Shout out to our audience members in the back. We have the audience. Our audience is interactive. They're part of the show. All right, woo!
Alright, so let's nose it.
All right, we got nose it first. I'm trying to get the aroma up here.
It smells like an apple.
Yes, it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet.
All right, if you had to just off the smell, what would you think?
Based like off the smell, it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's excellent.
Yeah, it's not too strong.
Mm-mm.
All right, for 92 proof, you would think it'd be.
For 92 proof.
All right, let's get it down. Let's get it down there. All right. Oh, that's good.
So good.
Oh, man, that's good.
It has a good front.
Dude, it's smooth for
Smooth.
92 proof.
That's
Ooh,
great.
That's the trick bag.
Yeah, that's. Now you gotta come on, man.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
yeah.
Hey,
I
come on,
gotta get
John.
one of
Come on,
these.
you gotta come on, man. Come
Bring
on,
your touch for this
come
one.
on, John.
What happened?
Come on, man. You gotta get one.
You
Yeah.
gotta get one of these.
You gotta get one.
Start slobbing on your foot. We're gonna end up one of those stories like her. All downhill from here.
That's good, man.
Smack up. Right there, I'm good. I'm straight right there. I'm straight. That's the best one. I'm gonna put you on something. That's the joint right there.
I Alright, so now rate.
It's all right there.
On the rate system, how many whiskeys do you give the Larceny? I know what I'm rating.
I'm giving that a 5.
Oh! 5.
That was good.
Excuse me.
Good.
Yeah.
Smooth.
That was really good.
Smooth. Alright. I might roll with the 5 on this one too, man.
Larceny was the best out of the 3 for sure.
It is. Facts. It's the best.
It is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, BBW certified, man. And Larceny's not as easy on the pockets too.
It is.
Yeah, easy on the pockets.
All 3 of these is pretty easy on the pocket, truthfully.
It's always a good thing for us.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got a special guest
That's it.
that arrived in the building.
That's it.
AKA Proper 12.
BB2.
AKA Conor McGregor. AKA Luther Magdalene. AKA the $1 billion man.
Yeah.
Hey, so alright, let's see what this Proper 12 talking about. You have not had Proper 12 yet.
I'm not.
Alright, so this bottle we had a few bottles of these over the weekend.
5 to be exact.
We're down to our last in 7 days. So bad. But alright, it's a good time. Ladies first. See what you think about this.
So hold on, can I get some backstory on it?
It's Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey.
Yes. And it is I don't know, it ain't made by Conor McGregor, but he endorses it.
Okay.
Oh.
And we have to take a pause. It's probably the glasses that we're gonna get.
Oh, yeah. How you doing? All right, thank you. Anything you get about I was doing the answer that. You saw me on the answer that.
And impromptu.
I heard what you said.
Alright, so I like this bottle too because it looks like an old Prohibition bottle.
Looks very old school.
I feel like I saw it in like Boardwalk Empire or something.
In effect, real quick, in green bottles, it's better. Liquor is better in green bottles.
But it's not better for beer.
Not better for beer, but it's better for
So
liquor.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Proper 12, we're gonna tag this. This is from Ireland and it's smooth blended with hints of vanilla, honey, and toasted wood. Like I explained that.
Toasted wood.
Woo! Alright, so we gotta see if it,
Definitely smell the wood.
yeah. Alright, let's see what the Whiskey Introvert thinks about it. Come on. Okay. Cheers.
Don't let me down.
Woo!
Don't let me down.
Oh, it's about coming up. It's coming up.
Hey, I'm down for this. That's the shit.
I wasn't sure at first, but that's a pretty good pour.
All right.
Pretty smooth.
Well, we know Brother Pittman back here, but he endorses this. My man JR endorses this all the time.
This is my shit.
All right. So, out of how many whiskeys out of 5 would you give this?
You know what? What it makes up for in smoothness, it lacks in depth.
Ooh.
So it's missing just a lot of. I don't get any flavor. It almost tastes like it's watered down, which could be a good thing, and why it tastes so smooth. So I gotta get that at 2.5.
Oh, she killed the proper.
What?
She gave the proper 2.5, son.
That never whiskey analyst.
Dang, she gave the proper 2, man. Dang, 2.5. 2.5 whiskeys for the proper, man. Well, look here, prop, man. You my friend. I'm gonna give you a 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick with the 3, man. You know, it could be better, but 3 is cool to go to. Not bad. Dang, man, she killed the proper, man. Dang, the way the smile went up, I thought I was gonna get more than 2. But I know what you're saying, though. I get it.
Yeah, it's just.
Cause if you taste this and then taste this, it's more body in it. It's
Way more
it's
body.
way more body. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So Larceny for the night is.
Whatever, give my problem.
Don't take it personal.
I'm taking it personal.
Oh, I got you. Got to take a picture.
Sure,
Alright, so first of all, we gotta go through what's the first one?
First was 3, a solid 3.
Alright, Larceny.
Nah, then it was the Wellers.
Alright, what?
Wellers was a
We gave it 3.
was a calm 3.
Calm 3. Proper 12, 2.5. I'm going 3. I'm gonna stick with the 3 for the proper. Larceny, we gave it a 5. Officially BBW certified. So, hey, go get you some Larceny. And I got one more question for you.
Yes.
Alright. So, what is your drink tip for people out there? The one tip you just stand by when drinking. And people need to know.
Go hard or go home.
Damn.
Shaping up this story more and more.
Hold on, let's get back to this drunk story. Hey, let's go back. Now we get back to the drunk story. Alright. So what was this drunk story?
No. And you know what? It's one of the things that when I tell it, people are like, that shit wasn't even that bad. But at the time, like, I thought I could never live that down. Like, it was just one of the things I just kept thinking about day after day.
Alright, so what? I'll tell you this. Did you end up on ESPN?
Hell no.
Alright, well, mine's ended up on ESPN.
Oh, wow.
So you couldn't beat mine.
Well, do tell. Like, let's hear that.
You tell? She has to tell.
Alright, if I tell my drunk story, I tell you a drunk story.
Alright, bet.
Alright, so my drunk story starts. I rode all the way to Missouri.
Okay.
And on the way to Missouri, I was partaking. And, you know, because I'm not driving, so, yeah, I drink.
Yeah.
So by the time we get all to Missouri from Maryland, we see a Walmart. Going to the Walmart. Oh, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know Walmart sells liquor down south. In Missouri, what do I get? Crown Royal, which I'll never drink ever again.
Yeah.
So we got a 5th of Crown Royal. Drunk all that before we went to a football game. Needless to say, I missed the whole football game. Passed out in the football game. I made Sports Center as the passed out guy in the stadium. That was my drunk story.
Like you passed out. Like, what kind of game was it?
Oh, it was a big college football game, like this game right here.
And they had you like on the teleprompter?
Nah, they had the
ESPN.
ESPN caught me in the crowd, and yeah, they like, hey, there goes the drunk guy. This guy's enjoying the game. Clearly, I wasn't. Didn't enjoy none of it. Didn't see none of the game. But yeah, that's my drunk story.
Okay. That's pretty
bad.
Yeah. Pretty memorable.
Get the people your handle, let them know they can find you at.
You can find me at the Whiskey Introvert. That is the Whiskey Introvert, one word. You can also go to my blog, which is the Whiskey Introvert, oneword.com. Yeah. And hit me up. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, follow us, Bros Beer Whiskey, on IG, Bros Beer Whiskey on Facebook, and Bros Beer Whiskey on Twitter, and Bros Beer Whiskey YouTube. Subscribe down there somewhere. We have a button for you to subscribe right there. Down there. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. So subscribe. Hey, this is Bro Beers and Whiskey, aka BBW. I'm your host E. Thank you to the Whiskey Introvert for coming through. And we're live from Atlanta. Thank you for ATL. I've had a good time in the ATL, even though I've been here like 8 hours. But it's a good time already.
Good times.
Thank you for your selection, man. Thank you.
No doubt.
I'm looking forward to getting some license.
All right.
But hey, that's Bros Beer and Whiskey, aka BBW. We out. Drink responsibly, if you can. But